Hey guys, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite things to record. If you haven't noticed, welcome back to another episode of our franchise mode here in Planet Zoo on PS5. So, like I said at the end of the last video, guys, I plan on doing some decorating today, making the zoo look a lot better. And what I want to do is I want to start out here in this open area right here because it's too small to put in an exhibit. I don't really want to put an exhibit here. I would like this to be more like, as you step in, maybe kind of a focal piece. I don't know. I'm sure I'll probably end up changing this at some point. Some of the things I did, I like. Some of the things, not so much. Now, I do realize that not all these flowers and plants coexist together in nature. That's fine. I just want to make the park look nice. So we did that around this tree, and I know that we didn't do it around the rest of the trees going down the path there, but that is the path for the staff. So it's not really that important. Guess they're never going to go down that path. I may fill that in at some point just because now that I'm looking at it, it kind of bothers me that I didn't do that around the other trees. But we're going to put in a couple more trees here around this park bench. I was going to put one back there, but I don't know. We're going to put some trees over here around the bathroom just to make this area a little less conspicuous. Now, I should say the guests, they don't mind the bathrooms. They don't mind any of those facilities. It's certainly like the staffing facilities, power generators, water treatment, stuff like that. Those are the only things that the guests really have an issue with, which I find very strange because, zoos, they need these things. Why it offends, the guests, I do not know. So, we are not making any money right now because the game is paused, but I feel like that's the best way to do this so I don't get distracted with other things. Okay, so in this area, I want to put a little dining area. I was going to put it over where we started, but we had the food over here, so I wanted it over next to the food more, I guess. So that makes sense right now. For some reason, these tables, they look like they were floating to me, but upon further inspection, they're not. They're actually on the ground. Just a bit of an illusion here. So now we want to make a path because we want the people to be able to sit in these seats, and we're going to select a grid because I want a nice square grid area for these tables here. And you know what? That table is a little off, so let's just move that over here like that there. Okay, perfect. So now we are going to do something with this area. We need to decorate this. I'm not really sure. I was looking for some kind of lights or decorations or umbrellas or something, but I don't have them yet. It's probably something that needs to be researched, I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm going through all this stuff trying to find something. So we're going to have to decorate it with flowers or bushes here. So we're going to put one of these on the corners. And again, when I'm done with this, I don't think it's something that I'm going to be happy with. I don't think I'm going to keep it this way. But that's the best thing about this. You guys will be able to see how this zoo evolves and changes and all that good stuff. So yeah, see, like there, that's not correct. That didn't look good at all. And I will say, the controls are still very, very tricky. Even with mouse and keyboard, I use a mixture of the mouse, keyboard, and a control pad. I find that moving the camera around with the controller is a lot easier, but placing things and like building buildings and stuff like that, it's a lot easier with the mouse. All right, so we have those plants down. I think we're going to pop up a couple trees around here, and that will be it for a little dining area. All right, so we got that done. I want to do something with this here, and this has to be something that looks really cool, I feel. So what I'm about to do, I really didn't have any idea. I wanted to do kind of a big rock sculpture, but it didn't really turn out that way as you're about to see. So I decided I want to put a pond in here, and I'm trying something new. This is the stamp tool. I just learned about this from watching a YouTube video. I had no idea that this was even in the game. There's so many things to learn in this game. It ain't funny. So basically, what this does is it lets you create a hole. Any size hole you want. You can make caves with it. You can do all kinds of neat things with it. So here I am just trying to figure out how the hell to do it. So obviously that's not right. That raises the land. So you can also raise land. Now that I'm looking at it, clearly it says add terrain. Did not notice that to begin with. When I seen the little tutorial on this on YouTube, I seen them just kind of pushing it down. I didn't notice that they collect add terrain or delete terrain or whatever it says. So that's something that yeah, it was through trial and error. So we're pushing it down now, and to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. Yeah, so I guess you could do this really as deep or shallow as you want it. Now, when you're lowering it, I wish that they would kind of show you, but I think what happens is because it's add terrain, when you're going below, it won't show you. So I think the graph does show you when you select delete terrain. So I'm trying everything I can think of here. I keep hitting that, and yeah, I'm just having a real brain fart here. Uh, I need to learn to look at everything. That's what I really need to do. I mean, clearly it says add terrain. So let's see here. I think I get it pretty soon. God, I hope I do. I decided not to time lapse this part. Maybe I should have. But yeah, I think I'm trying to figure it out now. So yeah, I pulled up the kind of radial menu, and that didn't help me. That didn't show me anything different. But I mean, how cool is that? You could do a cylinder, a sphere, a square, a triangle. I don't know why. I mean, well, now this makes you want to go into sandbox mode and just play around with this to see exactly what it can do. So I wanted to add this part because obviously, not that I want to look like an idiot, but I just want to show you guys that we're not perfect. No one's perfect. So if you're struggling with this, don't feel bad. I think I went really too deep with this. This pond is really too deep, but I mean, look what it does. This is just awesome. This is truly game changing. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get into the sandbox mode and practice with this. By the way, guys, that's what I would really recommend. If you want something for your franchise mode that you don't have, go into sandbox mode, build it there, make a blueprint, and then bring it into the franchise mode. That works fine. Okay, so now we're just gonna fill this up with water and see what it looks like. Oh yeah. That's awesome. So I do have to fill in rocks at that back side, that back left side, because I see some water in there. So that's not a big deal. Um, yeah. So now we're gonna decorate this up. Alright, so now it is time to make a new habitat, guys, because we got a tortoise. I forget exactly what it's called. It begins with an A. I'm not familiar with it, but yeah, we're putting in a tortoise, guys. We're going to get a couple of them. I think we're only going to get two. Right now, I only have one. They only had a female available, so I do have to get a mate for her. So what I want to do is I want to just make a small pen, just like that there, and we're using the chain link fence because we don't need anything major. It's a tortoise after all; it's not going to escape. So we do put a the small gate in there. I could probably actually, uh, yeah, that fence is probably too high, but it's okay. So we're going to put a path in here. Now that we did that, now I want to put in a path over here, and that's not working. So let's see here. We gotta change the camera. The camera angles in this game always going to kill me. So I absolutely love the fact that this will snap to the barrier. Oh, that is so perfect. So now people can get right up close there, and we can bring it right around, and then we can connect that up. So yeah, the workers have a way to get in there, and she is ready. She is ready to get put in there. There she is. There's our tortoise. Look at her. Ab Abacan Abacanile? And I guess that's her name. I'm sure that's probably some kind of African name or something. So yeah, she's pretty lost right now because there is nothing in her habitat. So we need to fix that. We need to make this place a habitat, right? Right now it's just a pen, but we need to make it, her dream home. So we're going to start by doing that. As you can see, short grass. We need sand. Long grass is fine. Everything's fine. So now we need to put in a hard shelter for her. All right. But first of all, we need to give her some food and water. That's first things first. That's the most important thing that you want to give any of these animals is their food and water. There we go. We got that all down. Geez, the plants and everything are good. They don't really require too much here. So I want to put in a nice rock shelter for them. Obviously, I could have went the much easier way and used one of the blueprints that are already in here. But I think these look better to me. You know what I mean? Like some of them do. Don't get me wrong. And obviously, we did build something for the warthogs that was a little different. It wasn't natural looking. But for these tortoises, yeah, I just wanted to build something with rocks for them, a nice rocky shelter. And man, that's looking nice. I like the way that looks a lot. That's a perfect shelter for them. So let's put in some bedding. We're gonna go with the straw. So we can get that just perfect. All right. Now I think she's gonna like that. I really do. So hard shelter requirements are all met here. Okay. So let's go into the animal market. We need to see if we can't find another tortoise. We need to see if we can find a boy tortoise. Oh, actually, I think I just skipped one. I'm almost positive I skipped one. And I'm seeing it now. Of course, I didn't see it at the time when I was recording this, but yeah, I am seeing it now. So let's go in here. El El Dabra. El Dabra giant tortoise. Okay, so yeah, there he is. All right, so we will adopt him and we will send him to the zoo. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to get this place looking better, right? So we need to put some trees in. They don't require a lot. As you can see, the plants are at 100% coverages in the green. This is just for me, guys. Basically, I just want something that looks nice in here, something for the guests to look at. Obviously, the animals, you need to keep them happy, but you kind of need to keep the guests happy. I like to have the aesthetics, so we're going to put some of these plants in here. These are all African plants, looking good. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. And that is our tortoise habitat, guys. Look at that. Looking good, looking good. Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. What I'm gonna do for the next episode, we need to put in some more staff stuff. We need to put in a couple more. Um, Probably not. Yeah, maybe a vet building. Definitely zookeepers. We need to have the zookeeper buildings in here, and yeah. So we're gonna do that next video, I don't know if we'll get around to putting a new animal in the next video. We need to straighten things out. We need to make sure all these guys are doing good, because we need to go in here and check and make sure there's no inbreeding or anything like that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm loving this game so much. It's unreal how good this game is. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and we will see you next time.